Hey CP, first this morning, part 2 of a 3-part special look into the effects of social media on teens.
How robotics competed in the district championship, an update on tennis season.
Plus a sports report and an all-new scholarship of the week.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park High School. I'm Abby Martinez, joined by Jack Polshik and Katie Whitmarsh.
In February, an episode of Social Media Special aired about the Facebook scandal of 2021 and how social media has affected teens specifically in our area.
This week, reporters Katie Smith and Madeline Roberts have interviewed some CPHS students on how different social media platforms have affected them with body image and FOMO.
Much of social media shows edited or fixed photos and videos, making most of what people see unrealistic. Seeing this unrealistic content can release deep insecurities in teens because it can make them feel like they're not up to par.
How do you think social media affects people's image of themselves?
I would say negatively. I already have low self-esteem, and when I go on Instagram, I just get lower self-esteem.
I think it can make you just feel really bad about yourself, but it also can just kind of connect you and inspire you. So it kind of works both ways, I think.
Models and everything, they're really photoshopped.
According to an article from BBC citing a survey of 227 female university students, many women reported that they tend to compare their own appearance negatively with their peer group and with celebrities. Not only do edited photos make people ashamed of their own bodies, but they pressure teens to start editing their photos in order to fit in with their peers.
It's really hard to look at Instagram as regularly as especially as I used to. I used to be on there all the time and not compare yourself. And just the way that you look, the way that clothes fit you, the type of clothes that flatter you. Because you'll see something on somebody and you'll be like, oh my God, I need that dress. I need it. And then you go and get it and it looks absolutely terrible. And you're like, oh my God, I'm terrible. I was 12 comparing myself to 20-somethings. And I was like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I look like that? I'm 12 years old. That's why I'm half these women's age.
Furthermore, social media doesn't only affect females. It can also affect teenage boys' body image, primarily through the concept of Fitspo. According to a study from 2020, out of, quote, 1,000 Instagram posts uploaded by male-identifying persons, most of the posts depicted masculinity and leanness, and the post displaying this body type received the highest number of likes and comments, end quote.
It's not to say boys can't be affected in the same ways. They absolutely can. In the same way that we have this, incorrect belief that eating disorders are female. They are typically female, but the biggest rise, the biggest shift we're seeing is in males as well. So lovely ladies are supposed to, be beautiful and virtuous, smart but not too smart, right? Dressed well but not care that much. There's all these conflicting standards, right? And it's a really tight line to walk. And so then when we add in that daily reminder, those daily influxes of information, that heightens the nervousness about that. Now, that's not to say that guys don't feel those same pressures, but our American culture is not set up such that they feel them quite so intensely just yet. I think that time is coming, unfortunately, and I do think a lot more guys are feeling that pressure.
Another topic is the idea of performative versus casual Instagrams. Casual Instagrams being accounts that post straight from their camera roll, supposedly without editing. When trying for the casual Instagram, it's easy for users to end up in the performative casual stage, where they edit their feed to look casual but still aesthetically pleasing.
It's made me incredibly self-conscious of the things that I do and feeling like my life isn't exciting enough. You see all these people that are going out on boats and going downtown all the time and doing all these cool things, and then you see that while you're at home and you're like, oh, I should be doing something. I should totally be out doing anything right now, but I'm just here watching other people do things. It's weird because it's not like you don't want them to be having a good time, it's not like you wish them bad. You just wish that you could have been there and you wonder if they had more fun without you.
Before you start scrolling away, we recommend you take a minute and think about how what you're intaking makes you feel. If you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, maybe it's time to reevaluate how much time you should be spending on different social media platforms. However, this is not to say that everything about social media is harmful. We'll be talking about its benefits in the next episode of this series, so stay tuned.
Thanks, Katie.
CPHS Robotics has been competing and preparing for district and state competitions by building a large-scale robot in just 6 weeks. A few weeks ago, the CPHS robotic team competed in their second district meet located in Irving outside of Dallas. The competition consisted of large-scale robots competing in teams against each other, shooting balls into a hoop. Project manager Emma Janisek explains how their 6-week robot project performs. Great job, Team 5052, and wish them luck on their next competition.
The tennis team has had an amazing starter season, and now they're hitting off their tournament season. The CPHS tennis team finished last fall's season third in district. The team has been working hard and continues to do so as their new spring tournament season starts. The team has been able to provide opportunities for freshmen, including varsity member Mia Petty. Mia talks about how being on the varsity team has made her a better player and how the team has fed into her success. As the tournament season begins, going against older and more experienced players has taught Mia to fight harder for her wins.
The team is really supportive all year, and they're really friendly. And then in tennis, it's you're kind of in competition with everybody, but everybody on the team is so supportive. I think it went well. It's still going, so we still have more tournaments, but the fall season went really well. Maybe just trying to catch up with everybody else that's already had more experience going into everything newly and never having done it before. Overall improve better, being on the actual high school team is just really fun.
Congrats and good luck to the tennis team as they go into their spring season.
Now it's turned over to reporter Carver McDonald with your top 3 things you need to know for today.
Good morning, Sierra Park. I'm coming down with your top 3 things for today. First, North Texas native and University of Texas at Austin graduate Scott Schoffer gets first major win at the PGA Masters Tournament. Schoffer, the world's top ranked player, captured his first major championship with a 3-stroke victory on Monday. Next, a new documentary on the Astroworld Festival strategy will be opening in select Texas theaters, including Austin, on April 29th. The movie titled Concert Crush explores the tragedy in Houston that killed 10 concertors, saying injured over 300 people on November 5th, 2021. Multiple lawsuits have been filed against rapper and festival handler Travis Scott. Lastly, mark your market calendars on April 8th, the 2024, the Austin area will experience a total solar eclipse that will last 1 minute and 46 seconds. During the eclipse, it will be almost as a dark night. Only some parts of Williamson and Travis counts will see total solar eclipse. That's all I have for you today. Have a marvelous Monday, Sierra Park. SAPH News, I'm coming down home.
Thanks, Carver.
So the Masters was this past weekend. Are y'all golf people?
I've been to Topgolf once, that's about it.
Personally, I think golf is the most boring sport to watch ever, but that's just me.
I tried to watch some of it on Friday in Montoya's room. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I understand you hit the ball and
You hit the ball in the hole.
In the hole, but it's they all have all these weird words, what is it, a boogie?
Par.
A birdie?
A birdie, no, a bogey, a boogie, a bogey, a birdie. Like, what is a...
I said just at a par. That's
A
literally
birdie is like so each hit is like a par.
So you do know golf.
Par is
I never said I didn't know golf. I just said it's
I
extremely.
asked you if you were a golf person. You said no.
Well, I'm not a golf person, but I know like some rules.
Okay.
Now let's throw it over to Reese and Katie for a new sports report, but first, these announcements.
We're Tennis, and you're watching the Wolfcast.
Hello, Cedar Park. Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And I'm Risa Elizondo.
First up, on Friday, the baseball team had a close game, but ultimately fell to Georgetown 8-9.
The team's next game will be up against Leander tomorrow night at 7 p.m. It's an away game, so if you can come out and support, make sure to be loud.
And the softball team played a tough game against Liberty Hill on Friday, but fell short 2-7.
Looking on the bright side, tomorrow at 7 p.m., the girls will be making their way over to play the Glen Grizzlies.
And finally, a big congrats to our lacrosse team for winning Friday night's game and senior night. That's all we have for you today with CPHS News. I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And I'm Risa Elizondo.
Thanks, guys. Up next, Maddie Cooper has your Scholarship of the Week.
Thanks, y'all. This week's scholarship is the Extraordinary Scholarship. The requirements are exactly as it states. The scholarship is applicable to all students who have proven to be driven to achieve extraordinary results in life, regardless of their grades, test scores, backgrounds, or attributes. There will be 5 Texas high school winners who win this $1,000 scholarship. Make sure to apply before the due date, April 30th, and learn more at scholarships.com.
Thanks, Maddie. That's all we have for you today. Make sure to keep up with all of our content. Head over to our YouTube at CPHS News.
You can also follow at CPHS_sports for updates during the games.
Catch tomorrow's show for a PSA on tornadoes and a new segment of Dr. Love.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Jack Polishuk.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day. Or not, the choice is yours. Have a fabulous Monday, Cedar Park.